What is going on, creatives? Tunji from Ceasar Graphics again. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly design review for creatives. So what I'm going to do in today's meeting is to share design tips with you, and I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to achieve successful designs. All right, so let's jump right in. So I have three designs I'm going to critique today, and this is the first design. I noticed the project is for young people, and I like the fact that we have the playing with the title on the project, which I believe it helped the pointing at the right viewers for this project. All right. So the only thing I'm only going to advise this designer is, please, whenever you're working on design project and you know that you have lengthy text, all right, avoid using types like this for lengthy text. I'm talking of how you played with the character on this side of the project. All right, please stop using types like this for lengthy text. It's going to affect the visibility of the project. Visibility is very important in graphic design, and type is what we creatives use to inform the viewers. And when the type is not clear or the character is not clear, it's not going to pass the message correctly. So be conscious of the type of character you use on your project. So lengthy text, avoid using character like this. In fact, for those of you that don't know, there are some characters that are good for title and not good for body copy. When I say body copy, I'm talking of lengthy text. And there are some type that are good for lengthy text that don't look nice on titles. And there are some that look nice on title and lengthy text. But most time, narrow types like this don't always look nice on lengthy text. All right, most of the narrow type like this, I'm talking of display type, they are mostly called display type. They don't really come out nice on lengthy text. Avoid using display type on lengthy text. It's not good. Okay. Yeah, so that's it on this, and I'll go straight to the next design. All right, so this design here is cool. I like the fact that the project is looking like there's this playing with the element of the project that gives it this vibe of this entertaining vibe. All right, but the only thing I think this person did not do well here is the playing with perspective the right way. All right, so I'm going to quickly show you how you can play with perspective the right way in with Photoshop. All right, so the first thing you need to do is to draw a shape. All right, I'm going to quickly draw a shape now. Okay, so my shape, since this is where I want to place the information, all right, so I'm just going to drag and draw a shape here like that. All right, and fill this shape with a color. So I'll fill this with this color right there. All right, then for visibility sake, I'm going to turn down the opacity a bit, because we are about to change the orientation of this. We're going to distort it. So I'm going to convert this to a smart object. Very important. Remember to convert it to a smart object. And I'm going to activate the free transform with Ctrl T. And then I'm going to rotate this way first. All right. And we are going to select distort. So we're going to push this in, push this down like so. Push this this way, and then we can move this up like that and move this down like so. All right, yeah, so yes, so then I'm going to hit the enter key now, and I'm going to So I made a mistake. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click now and hit edit content here. So whatever I put here will automatically reflect on the project. So now I'm going to first off make this visible, and let's say I want to put let's just put a text here. Just gonna, okay, let's first hide this, and I'm gonna create a new layer and put my text here and just say the venue. All right, like that. And I'll make this visible now. So I'll use something more visible so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So make this, and I'll make this bold. All right, so I'll make this bigger. Then I'll move this down again. And then I can also call this the time. All right. Now, if I hide this and hit Ctrl S, then I go to where I have the project, you notice that we have the information that will place on that new document here with the right perspective on our projects. Look at this. All right. So if I go back now, all right, and add more information to this. Again, let's say I move this down again and I put let's say I put simple texts again here, and I hit Ctrl X again. If I go back to the project, you see we have it on that perspective there. I mean on the project there. All right, you can also if you have, maybe you have let's say like a logo, or maybe a barcode that you want to put, a QR code, sorry, that you want to place on the project, you can also do the same thing, place it there. And I'm gonna hide this. I hit Ctrl S, and then if I go to the project, bam, you have it right there like that. All right, so I hope this designer is taking note of or is watching what I'm saying here, so you can apply it to your next project. And then the other thing I want you to learn how to do is, since you're trying to do something like the information here are placed on a surface, it's always good to make this balance. So when I say make this balance, I'm talking of you now having a shadow under the the radio here. All right, because whenever you're working on design projects, guys, what you're doing is you are creating a scene. It's not different from how you take picture with your camera phone. All right, so when you are placing your elements, make sure you place them in a way that everything is going to look balanced. All right, make everything look balanced. Whatever you are trying to say an object is placed on the surface, please allow or give room for shadow. All right, allow shadow to help you tell the story, right? Because shadow is another way we tell story in design. In fact, if you are looking at going into photo manipulation, the use of shadow is very important. All right, so always, don't forget, always make sure that you allow shadow whenever you are placing objects on your project. Now, there are times when you don't need to place shadow. All right, you don't place the shadow. You don't place shadow when you know that the idea is to make it look like the object is floating. But if in a case where you want it to look like the object is on the surface, I expect you to use shadow. And the reason why I'm applying shadow to this here now is because of the way you have your composition here. So it shows that yes, this radio here is supposed to be on a shadow. I mean, sorry, on the surface, excuse me. All right, so we can just add a soft shadow to this, and watch this. When I hit Ctrl D now, you see that we now have we now help the project to look more interesting, like it's looking better than what we have, there before. And my shadow here is too sharp, so I'm going to apply Gaussian blur to soften the shadow, a bit like that. All right. And now if I zoom out, okay, you see we have this, the project now is looking balanced, and it looks as if our radio or our object here is on a surface. So please, whenever you are placing elements on your project, most especially objects, always, invite shadow. But before you invite shadow to your project, please understand the angle where the light is coming from. All right, understand the angle where the light is coming from. The fact that I put the shadow this way does not mean this is the only angle where you can place the shadow. You can always put the shadow behind the object. All right, but you need to understand where the the light is coming from. But most time when we are trying to place shadow on our project, or we're trying to apply shadow to an object or objects on our project, is how we do this the right way is to make the shadow face the opposite side of the angle where the light is coming from. So if the light is coming from, the reason why I made the shadow face this angle here is because the light is from the back of the object. But if I want it to look like the shadow is in front of the object, it means if I want to make it look like the light is in front of the object, it means I have to place the shadow behind the object like this. I hope somebody, get that. But I like the color combination on this project. It's beautiful. It's just the perspective and the use of shadow parts that I think the designer need to work on. All right, so let's go straight to our last project for today. All right, so right here, I like the composition here. I like the the way the project is looking bright, and I like the fact that we can easily see the the information and everything that we have on this project. I like the hierarchy. I like the controlling of the eye movement. For those of you that don't know what hierarchy means, so it's just the controlling of the eye movement on your project. And the reason why I said I like it on this project is because we have the title here. All right, now images most time is the first thing that people see, so this is the first thing that people see on your project. And I also like the fact that we have the title, which is the second thing that people see, and then we now have this information here that happen to be the third. And we now have this, not even this, yes, this as the fourth. Then we now have this here as the fifth, and then this comes last. All right, but the problem I have with this is the use of proximity. All right, the content, all right, they are too close to each other, so it's not really giving the proximity the chance to work. All right, there should always be space, all right, around your content. So what I'm saying, for those of you that don't get it, is please, there should be enough space. This information here is too close to the this side of the project, so I'm going to push this down a bit so you guys can get what I'm trying to say. So I expect you to at least move this down a bit to this side, all right, to help making this information here breathe well. All right, yes. Then the way you place this person's name here, I expect you to place it somewhere around here to to help the composition look more better. And yep, I think that's it. But if I happen to be the one to work on this project, all right, I'm going to reduce the level of white on the project because there's too much white. Now, it's not like this is bad, all right, it's not like the project is bad, but one of the ways we make contrast balance on our project is not only the part of how you play with scale, all right, there's also the part of how you play with color. All right, so we have too much white on this project. If I happen to be the one to work on this project, what I'll do is to reduce the strength of white on this project. The outfit of our subject here is looking bright. We have this shape here with a white color. The title is looking white. So if I happen to be the one to work on this, what I'll just do is I'll just change this, all right, the color of the title here to something a bit different. In fact, not a bit different, something different from, you know, just change the color in order to reduce the strength of the white on the project, all right, because too much of everything in design most time is not always nice. So I'm going to apply this color here to just reduce the strength, you know, of the white. And I believe this way we've reduced the white color a bit, and this is still looking better, all right. But see guys, the original design is not bad. It's just that, you know, there's too much of this white color on the project that is making it look like, okay, the white on the project is shouting. All right. So yes, and lastly guys, whenever you're working on your design project and you notice there's a particular color that is taking more attention on the project, like you notice that the color is becoming too much, please switch to another color that you know that will blend with the background color on your project to help your contrast more stronger. All right. In fact, if you look at the way I change this title here now, you'll notice that the contrast on the title is even more stronger than the before, because we have too much of white on the project and it's not really giving the title the stronger visibility. But now that we have it on this warm color here, now you see that it now gave the project more energy. All right. And yeah, so I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing more tutorials like this for creatives, so for you to not miss any of my upcoming videos, please hit the subscribe button and support this channel by clicking the like button, and also share this video with other creatives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.